Have you ever felt completely and utterly invisible in a room? Like your voice, your presence, your very soul just doesn't land? That deep, aching need to be seen, to be heard, to be truly respected is a cry from the deepest part of you. We are going to unearth the one singular truth that changes everything, so please stay with me because the final revelation is the key that unlocks it all. Seeking validation. I want to talk about something that I believe is at the very root of so much of our suffering, so much of our feeling lost and unseen in the world. It's this desperate, often silent scramble for validation. It's the hunger to have somebody else, anybody else, look at you and say, "You matter. I see you. I respect you." We think that is the prize. We think that if we can just get enough people or the right person or a woman we admire to give us that stamp of approval, then we will finally feel whole. But I am here to tell you from the bottom of my heart and from every lesson life has ever handed me, that is a game you will never, ever win. It is a thirst that can never be quenched because you are trying to fill a God-sized hole in yourself with a teaspoon of water from someone else's well. Think about it for a moment. When you walk into a room and your primary energy, your intention is, "I hope they like me, I hope they respect me," what are you really broadcasting? You are broadcasting need. You are broadcasting a vacancy. You are silently screaming, "My sense of self is not solid. It is up for a vote. Please cast your ballot in my favor." And people, women especially, have a powerful intuition. They can feel that. They can feel when someone is not standing on their own 2 feet spiritually and emotionally. It's not a judgment, not always, but it creates an energy of instability. It's like trying to build a house on ground that is constantly shaking. Nobody feels safe there. Nobody can truly respect a structure that they know could crumble at any moment based on their opinion. I've lived this. Oh, honey, have I lived this? In my early days, I wanted so badly for the world to see me, to acknowledge that I had something to say. I would contort myself into whatever shape I thought was required. I would quiet my voice when I thought it was too loud, and I would speak up when I was terrified, all based on what I perceived the other person wanted from me. It was exhausting. It was a full-time job trying to be a mind reader for everyone I met. And the respect I got, it was conditional, it was fleeting, it was only as good as my last performance. The moment I failed to meet an expectation, that fragile respect vanished because it was never mine to begin with. It was on loan, and the interest rate was my own soul. The profound shift happens when you realize that you cannot make anyone respect you. Respect is not a thing you can demand or cajole or manipulate someone into giving you. It is a response. It is a reflection. It is a mirror held up to the way you hold yourself. If you are constantly seeking validation from the outside, you are telling the world and every woman you meet that you do not validate yourself. You are outsourcing the most important job you have, the job of knowing your own worth. And until you are willing to take that job back, to become the CEO of your own self-esteem, you will forever be an unpaid intern in the business of your own life, hoping for a promotion that will never come. The world can only meet you as deeply as you have met yourself. If you have not taken the time to sit with your own spirit, to understand your own value, independent of your job, your bank account, your relationship status, or what anyone thinks of you, then you are a stranger to yourself. And how can you expect someone else to respect a stranger? How can a woman offer you the deep, abiding respect you crave if you haven't first introduced her to the man you truly are? Not the man you think she wants you to be, but the man you were put on this earth to be. The work isn't out there in her eyes. It's in here, in your own heart. That is the only place this journey can possibly begin. It is the holy ground where your true power lies, waiting for you to come home to it. Knowing yourself. So if the answer isn't out there, where is it? The journey to earning respect, true and lasting respect, is an inward one. It is the sacred work of knowing yourself. And I don't mean knowing your favorite color or what you like on your pizza. I mean knowing in your bones who you are at your core. What do you stand for when no one is watching? What are the values that you would hold on to even if it cost you everything? This is the great excavation of the soul. It's quiet work, it's not flashy. It won't get you a million likes on social media, but it will build an internal fortress of self-regard that no opinion, no rejection, no side-eye from anyone can ever tear down. This is the work that matters. How do you do it? You have to get quiet enough to hear your own life speak to you. For me, it was journaling. It was sitting down with a pen and a blank page and asking myself the hard questions. What am I afraid of? What am I most proud of? Where have I betrayed myself? Where have I been brave? The page doesn't judge, it just receives. And in the act of writing it all down, you begin to see the patterns, the themes, the truth of your own story. You start to untangle the voice of your own intuition from the loud, clamoring voices of your parents, your teachers, your culture, all telling you who you should be. You begin to hear the still, small voice within that knows exactly who you are. For you, it might be something else. It might be long walks in nature without your phone. It might be meditation, just sitting in silence for 10 minutes a day, noticing your thoughts without judgment. It might be talking to a therapist or a trusted mentor who can hold up a mirror to you. The method doesn't matter as much as the intention. The intention is to meet yourself, to spend quality time with the person you will spend the rest of your life with, you, to learn to enjoy your own company, to become your own best friend. When you are your own best friend, you don't tolerate people in your life who treat you poorly because you wouldn't let someone be cruel to your friend, would you? This process of self-discovery is where you uncover your intrinsic worth. Your worth is not tied to your accomplishments. It is not tied to your failures. It is your divine birthright. It is the light that you were born with. Your job is not to create that light, but to uncover it, to dust it off from all the years of self-doubt and criticism and fear that have been piled on top of it. When you know, and I mean know, that your worth is non-negotiable, your entire energy changes. You walk differently, you talk differently, you carry yourself with a quiet confidence that is not arrogance. Arrogance is loud and defensive because it's insecure. True confidence born from self-knowledge is quiet, it is calm, it is present, it has nothing to prove. And women feel this. Oh, they feel this on a cellular level. They feel it when they are in the presence of someone who is anchored in their own truth. It feels safe. It feels authentic. It feels like solid ground. A woman can relax in the presence of a man who knows who he is because she knows he's not looking to her to define him. He's not a project. He's not a child needing approval. He is a partner. He is a whole person showing up to connect with another whole person. That is where deep, soulful respect is born. It is born in the space between two people who have both done the work of knowing and loving themselves. It's the most attractive, most powerful, most respectable energy on the planet. Setting boundaries. Once you have started the journey of knowing yourself, of understanding your own intrinsic value, the next step is to show that to the world. And the way you do that, the most powerful and clearest way, is by setting boundaries. Now, I know that word can scare people. We think boundaries are harsh, that they are walls we put up to keep people out. We think it's selfish, but I want you to reconsider that. A boundary is not a wall. A boundary is a beautiful, loving declaration of self-respect. It is you saying to the world, this is where I end and you begin. This is what is acceptable to me, and this is what is not. This is my sacred space, and I will honor it. It is the most loving thing you can do for yourself, and paradoxically, for your relationships. Think of it like this: your life, your energy, your emotional well-being. It's like a beautiful home that you are tasked with caring for. For years, maybe you've left the front door wide open. Anyone could walk in, track mud on your carpets, put their feet up on your furniture, take what they wanted, and leave a mess on their way out. And you just stood there, hoping they would be nice, hoping they would respect your home. But they didn't, because you didn't. You didn't even lock the door. A boundary is you lovingly, calmly walking over and closing the door. It's you deciding who you invite in. It's you putting up a small, beautiful fence around your garden, not to keep everyone out, but to protect the precious things you are growing inside from being trampled. Setting a boundary can be as simple as saying no. No is a complete sentence. You don't have to explain it, justify it, or apologize for it. No, I am not available to help you move this weekend. No, I am not comfortable with the way you are speaking to me. No, I cannot lend you money again. The first few times you do this, it will feel terrifying. Your heart will pound. You will be drenched in guilt. You have been conditioned to be a people pleaser, to put everyone else's needs before your own. But when you do it, when you honor your own capacity, your own peace, you send a powerful message. You teach people how to treat you by showing them what you will and will not accept. And here is the secret. People who are meant to be in your life will respect your boundaries. They may be surprised at first, they may even test them, but if they are healthy individuals who respect themselves, they will ultimately respect you for it. They will recognize that you are someone who values yourself. And the people who get angry, the people who throw a tantrum and call you selfish, hallelujah, they are giving you the greatest gift. They are showing you that they were only in your life for what they could get from you. They were benefiting from your lack of a front door. Your boundary didn't push them away. It simply revealed that they were never truly there for you in the first place. This is the great filter that cleanses your life. This is what women see. A woman respects a man who respects himself enough to have boundaries. It shows her that he has a strong sense of self. It shows her he will not be a doormat for her or for anyone else. It signals emotional maturity. It signals safety. She knows that if he can say no to others, he can also say no to her, which means his yes is genuine and true. It means he is not just agreeing with her to please her. He has his own mind, his own center. A man with healthy boundaries is a man a woman can trust, because she knows his actions are rooted in his own integrity, not in a desperate need for her approval. It is one of the most profound, nonverbal ways to communicate your self-worth, living intentionally. So you've done the deep work of getting to know yourself. You've begun the brave practice of setting boundaries. The next layer, the thing that ties it all together and makes it real, is living intentionally. This is about integrity. It's about closing the gap between the man you say you want to be and the man you are in your day-to-day actions. It's one thing to say you value honesty. It's another to be honest when it's difficult. It's one thing to say you are a person of your word. It's another to follow through on every single promise you make to yourself and to others. This is where the rubber meets the road. This is where respect is forged in the fire of daily choices. Living with intention means you are the conscious creator of your life, not just a passenger reacting to whatever comes your way. It starts with the smallest things. When you wake up in the morning, do you take a moment to set an intention for your day? It can be as simple as, today I will be present, or today I will be kind to myself. That single thought sets a course. It gives you a rudder in the sometimes stormy seas of your day. It means that when you are faced with a choice, to gossip or to stay silent, to take the easy way out or the right way out, to numb your feelings or to feel them, you have a compass pointing you toward your true north, toward the person you want to be. This is about the energy you carry. We are all broadcasting a signal. Your signal is made up of your thoughts, your words, your emotions, and your actions. When all of those things are in alignment, your signal is clear and powerful. People feel it. When you say one thing but do another, your signal is scrambled. It's static. It creates a feeling of distrust, not just in others, but in yourself. Have you ever known someone who talks a big game but never delivers? Their words become meaningless over time. You can't build respect on a foundation of empty words. True respect is reserved for those whose lives are a testament to their beliefs. Think about how this shows up in your interactions with women. Are you fully present when you are with her, or are you on your phone, half listening, your mind a million miles away? Being present is an act of intention. It says, in this moment, you are the most important thing. You have my full attention. That is a profound gift of respect. Do you listen to understand, or do you listen just so you can plan your reply? Listening with the intention to truly hear another soul is one of the most respectful things you can do. It validates their experience without you having to say a word. It says, I see you, you matter. This is not about being perfect. Lord knows none of us are perfect. This is about being conscious. It's about being awake to your own life. When you mess up, and you will, do you own it? Do you apologize with sincerity? And then, most importantly, do you change the behavior? A man who can look someone in the eye and say, "I was wrong, I'm sorry," and then demonstrates through his actions that he has learned the lesson, that is a man who earns my deepest respect. Because he is living intentionally. He is committed to his own growth. He is showing that his character is more important than his ego. And a woman of substance will always, always respect a man of character more than a man of swagger. Offering grace? And now we come to it, the final piece, the one that, if you can truly embody it, changes everything. You've done the work, you know your worth, you've set your boundaries, you are living with intention, you have built this beautiful, strong internal home, you respect yourself. So what now? The final and most powerful step in this entire journey is to offer that same respect outward, freely, and without condition. This is about grace. It's about understanding that the respect you now have for yourself is so abundant, so unshakable that you don't need to hoard it. You can give it away. You can shine it on every single person you meet. This is the opposite of where we started. We started with a desperate need to get respect. We end with a powerful ability to give it. When you are in conversation with a woman, you are no longer assessing, does she respect me? Instead, your energy is focused on, how can I show my respect for her? You listen to her story, you honor her perspective, even if it's different from yours. You see the light in her, you acknowledge her intelligence, her strength, her humanity. You treat her not as an object to be won or a puzzle to be solved, but as a fellow soul on a journey. This is the highest form of confidence. It is a confidence so deep that it is not threatened by anyone else's brilliance. It celebrates it. Offering grace means you detach from the outcome. You show up as your most authentic, self-respecting self, and you let go of the need for a specific reaction. Maybe she will respond with warmth and respect in return, and maybe she won't. Maybe she's having a terrible day. Maybe she carries her own wounds that prevent her from seeing you clearly. Maybe you're just not her cup of tea, and that is okay because your self-worth is no longer on the line. Her reaction is her business. It is a reflection of where she is on her own journey. Your business is to remain in your integrity, to continue to offer respect and grace because that is who you are. You don't let someone else's weather pattern change your climate. This is true strength. It's easy to be respectful to people who are respectful to you, but can you be respectful to the person who cuts you off in traffic? Can you offer grace to the colleague who dismisses your idea? Can you remain centered and respectful when a woman you're interested in is not interested back? This is not about being a pushover. You have your boundaries, remember? You can walk away. You can say, I will not be treated this way. But you can do it from a place of calm, centered grace, not from a place of wounded ego. You can respect yourself enough to leave a situation while still respecting the other person's humanity, even if you don't respect their behavior. It's a subtle but profound difference. And in this, you become a truly magnetic presence. People, not just women, all people, are drawn to this energy. It is the rare and beautiful energy of someone who is so full of their own light that they are not trying to steal anyone else's. They are a lighthouse, not a black hole. They add to the world, they don't take from it. This is the ultimate secret. The way to get respect is to stop trying. Instead, you focus every ounce of your being on becoming a person who is worthy of respect, starting with yourself. And then, you give that respect away to everyone you meet as a gift, with no strings attached. When you do that, the respect you receive in return will be deeper and more real than anything you ever thought to ask for. The journey to being respected is not a quest for a prize outside of yourself, but an excavation of the treasure buried within. It begins not with a loud demand, but with a quiet promise to yourself, a promise to see your own value, to honor your own truth, and to protect your own peace. When you finally learn to offer yourself the deep, unwavering respect you've been seeking from the world, you will discover that it was never the world's to give. It was always and will always be your own. And in living from that sacred space, you become a reflection of the very thing you sought, and the world will have no choice but to mirror the light that you have finally allowed to shine from within. This is the video I didn't know I desperately needed. The part about boundaries not being a wall, but a loving declaration of self-respect, I literally had to pause and just cry. It's like a lifetime of feeling guilty for saying no just melted away. How many of us were taught that our value came from how much we could do for others? This is a revolution of the soul. Thank you, truly.